I lost everything at 52 years old. My business collapsed. My savings vanished. My retirement dreams disappeared overnight. And the worst part? I could have prevented all of it if I'd known what I'm about to tell you. This isn't just my story. It's happening to thousands of people over 50 right now. They're starting businesses with their life savings, full of hope and experience. Then 6 months later, they're filing for bankruptcy. Why does this keep happening? The answer will shock you. Here's what nobody tells you about starting over after 50. The rules have changed. What worked in your 30s and 40s doesn't work anymore. The business world has evolved, and if you don't understand these new realities, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Let me start with the biggest mistake I made. I thought my experience was enough. I had 30 years in corporate management. I knew how businesses worked. Or so I believed. But here's the brutal truth. Your corporate experience can actually work against you when starting your own business. Why? Because corporate thinking and entrepreneurial thinking are completely different. In corporations, you have budgets, teams, resources, and established systems. As an entrepreneur over 50, you're starting from zero. You're the CEO, the janitor, the marketing department, and the accountant all at once. I spent my first year trying to build the perfect business plan. I created spreadsheets, projections, and detailed strategies. I invested $20,000 before making my first sale. That was mistake number one. I was thinking like a corporate executive when I needed to think like a scrappy startup founder. Here's what successful entrepreneurs over 50 do differently. They start small and test fast. They don't bet their entire retirement fund on an untested idea. They invest a few $100s, launch quickly, and learn from real customers. If it works, they scale up. If it doesn't, they pivot without losing everything. But there's another problem that hits people over 50 especially hard. Technology overwhelm. The digital landscape has transformed completely in the last decade. Social media marketing, e-commerce platforms, automation tools, artificial intelligence. It's a completely different world than when we started our careers. I remember sitting at my computer, trying to figure out Facebook ads. I spent $3,000 with zero results because I didn't understand how digital marketing actually works. Young entrepreneurs grew up with this stuff. They understand it instinctively. We have to learn it from scratch, and that learning curve costs money and time. Here's the solution that finally worked for me. Stop trying to learn everything yourself. Find one young person who understands digital marketing and partner with them. Offer them equity or profit sharing. Your experience plus their digital skills creates a powerful combination. But I learned this lesson after wasting 2 years and $15,000 trying to do it alone. Now let's talk about the third killer mistake. Underestimating how long success takes. When you're over 50, you feel the pressure of time. You want results fast because retirement is approaching. So you rush. You make desperate decisions. You invest too much too quickly hoping to accelerate growth. I did exactly this. I hired employees before I had consistent revenue. I rented expensive office space to look professional. I bought premium equipment and software subscriptions. Within 6 months, my monthly expenses were $8,000, but my revenue was only $2,000. The math doesn't work, but desperation clouds judgment. Successful senior entrepreneurs do the opposite. They keep expenses minimal for at least the first year. They work from home. They use free or cheap tools. They do everything themselves until revenue justifies hiring help. It's not glamorous, but it keeps you alive long enough to figure out what actually works. Here's another critical factor that destroys senior businesses. Pride. After decades of success in your career, it's hard to admit you're a beginner again. It's embarrassing to ask for help. It's humiliating to fail publicly. So we hide our struggles, avoid mentorship, and refuse to admit when something isn't working. I was too proud to join a business support group. I thought I didn't need advice from people younger than me. That pride cost me everything. When my business started failing, I didn't reach out for help until it was too late. By the time I admitted I needed guidance, it already made irreversible mistakes. The entrepreneurs over 50 who succeed are the ones who check their ego at the door. They find mentors, even if those mentors are 30 years younger. They join mastermind groups. They ask questions. They admit what they don't know. Humility becomes their superpower, not their weakness. Let's address the elephant in the room. Health and energy. When you're building a business in your 50s or 60s, you're competing against people in their 20s and 30s who can work 18-hour days. You can't match that pace, and you shouldn't try. But many senior entrepreneurs burn themselves out trying to keep up. I worked 70-hour weeks for the first year. I skipped exercise. I ate poorly. I barely slept. Within 12 months, I had high blood pressure, chronic fatigue, and my doctor warned me about heart problems. I was destroying my health to save a failing business. That's not a trade worth making. Smart senior entrepreneurs build businesses around their energy levels, not against them. They focus on high-value activities and outsource or eliminate everything else. They prioritize health because they understand that without it, no amount of money matters. They work smarter, not harder, because they have to. Now here's a mistake that's unique to people starting over after 50. Trying to recreate past success. You had a great career. You were respected in your field. So naturally, you try to build a business that looks like your old job. But the market has changed. What customers wanted 20 years ago isn't what they want now. I tried to start a traditional consulting business because that's what I knew. I created formal proposals, lengthy contracts, and corporate-style presentations. But small business owners today want quick solutions, not lengthy consulting engagements. They want results, not reports. My entire approach was outdated, but I couldn't see it because I was stuck in the past. Successful senior entrepreneurs study current market trends. They ask what customers want today, not what they wanted in the past. They're willing to completely reinvent their approach if that's what the market demands. They leverage their experience but adapt it to modern realities. Let me tell you about the financial mistake that almost destroyed me completely. Mixing personal and business finances. I used my retirement savings as my business bank account. I put business expenses on personal credit cards. I borrowed from my home equity to fund operations. When the business failed, it didn't just fail. It took my entire financial life down with it. This is catastrophic for people over 50 because you don't have time to recover. If you lose everything at 30, you have decades to rebuild. At 55 or 60, you might never fully recover. That's why financial separation is absolutely critical. Keep your retirement funds sacred. Never risk money you can't afford to lose. Set a strict budget for your business and stick to it. Here's what I should have done. Started with $5,000 maximum. Kept my retirement accounts completely separate. Used that $5,000 to test my idea, get customers, and prove the concept. Only after making money would I invest more. Instead, I invested $60,000 before knowing if anyone would even buy what I was selling. Now let's talk about something nobody wants to discuss. The loneliness of entrepreneurship after 50. Your friends are settling into retirement. Your former colleagues are winding down their careers. And here you are, starting over, grinding it out, facing rejection and failure daily. It's isolating. It's depressing. And it kills businesses. I spent evenings alone, working on my failing business, watching my friends enjoy retirement. The isolation fed my poor decisions. I had nobody to reality check my ideas. Nobody to tell me I was heading in the wrong direction. Nobody to encourage me when things got hard. That loneliness made everything worse. Successful senior entrepreneurs build community intentionally. They find other people starting over after 50. They create accountability partnerships. They join online groups and local meetups. They understand that entrepreneurship is hard enough without doing it alone. Community isn't optional. It's essential for survival. Here's another brutal truth about senior business ventures. Age discrimination is real. Customers sometimes doubt your ability to understand modern problems. Investors question whether you have enough time to build something significant. Partners worry about your energy and health. It's unfair, but it's reality. I lost a major client because they wanted someone who understood millennials better. I missed out on funding because investors thought I was too old to scale quickly. These experiences were devastating, but they taught me something important. Don't fight age discrimination. Use your age as an advantage instead. How? Focus on markets where experience matters more than youth. Target customers who value wisdom and stability. Build businesses in industries where gray hair means credibility, not obsolescence. Position your age as your unique selling point, not your liability. The entrepreneurs who do this thrive. The ones who try to compete like they're 30 fail. Let me share the most important lesson I learned. Know when to quit. Not every business idea will work. Not every venture deserves more money and time. Sometimes the smartest decision is to cut your losses and try something different. But we resist this because quitting feels like failure. I held on to my failing business for 2 years too long. I kept investing money I didn't have. I kept believing that just one more month would turn things around. I was wrong. By the time I finally quit, it lost everything. If it quit after 6 months, I would have saved $40,000 in 18 months of my life. Successful entrepreneurs set clear decision points before they start. They decide in advance how much money and time they'll invest before expecting results. If they don't hit those milestones, they pivot or quit. They don't let emotion override logic. They treat their business like an experiment, not their identity. So what would I do differently if I could start over? First, I'd start smaller. Much smaller. I'd invest $500 in 30 days to test my idea. I'd get real customers before building anything fancy. I'd prove the concept before betting my future on it. Second, I'd find a mentor immediately. Someone who's successfully started a business after 50. I'd pay them if necessary. I'd meet with them monthly. I'd listen to their advice even when it contradicted my instincts. I'd let their experience save me from my mistakes. Third, I'd protect my retirement funds absolutely. I'd set a strict budget for my business and never exceed it. I'd rather fail small than lose everything. I'd keep my financial safety net intact no matter how promising the business seemed. Fourth, I'd embrace technology instead of avoiding it. I'd hire young people to handle digital marketing. I'd invest in learning the basics of modern business tools. I'd stop trying to do business the way I did it 20 years ago. Fifth, I'd build community from day one. I'd find other entrepreneurs over 50. I'd join support groups. I'd create accountability partnerships. I'd refuse to do this journey alone because loneliness kills businesses. Here's what I want you to understand. Starting over after 50 is possible. People do it successfully every day. But you have to play by different rules than young entrepreneurs. You have to acknowledge your limitations while leveraging your strengths. You have to be humble enough to learn while confident enough to lead. The biggest tragedy isn't failing. It's failing because you repeated mistakes that others have already made and documented. Everything I lost unnecessarily. Every mistake I made, someone else had already made and written about. I just didn't listen. I thought I was different. I thought my experience would protect me. I was wrong. If you're over 50 and thinking about starting a business, please learn from my mistakes. Start small. Test fast. Protect your finances. Build community. Embrace technology. Check your ego. Know when to quit. These aren't just tips. They're survival strategies that separate success from catastrophic failure. Your experience is valuable. Your skills matter. Your knowledge has worth. But experience alone isn't enough. You need to combine your wisdom with modern methods, your confidence with humility, your ambition with realistic expectations. That combination is powerful. That combination can help you build something meaningful in your 50s, 60s, or beyond. Don't let my story become your story. Don't lose everything because you didn't know what I'm telling you now. The opportunity to start over after 50 is real. But so are the dangers. Respect both. Plan accordingly. And give yourself the best possible chance to succeed. Starting over after 50 isn't about proving you're still young. It's about using everything you've learned to build something sustainable and meaningful. It's about creating income and purpose for your next chapter. It's about doing it smart so you don't risk everything you've worked your whole life to build. That's the real wisdom. That's what I wish I'd known before I lost everything.